Hello everyone. So one day I was watching one video in which one person was riding a RS200, and he after telling a review about it, he told that this bike is very good for clutchless shifting. So at that time I was like, what, can you really shift without the clutch? And I see only a few Indian riders do the clutchless upshifts, and a lot of foreign riders do it. So at first, when I also was not knowing how this works, I was like, will it damage the gearbox? Is it good for the bike or not? Will I face any problems in the future? So I started doing some research, and one thing that I got to know, that clutchless shifting does not affect your bike. It affects 0% if you do it correctly. It's just like those wheelies. If you use a clutch only to pop up your wheelie, then you will burn your clutch. And if you do it properly, you will obviously have fun also, and will not damage your bike also. So today in this video I will be telling you how to do clutchless shifting. So let's start. So the very first thing that you people need to know is, oh my god, water, I've just washed my bike. Okay, so one thing that you people need to know is, we see this every day, but we don't realize is that when you shift up, you decrease the RPM by 2-3,000 RPM, so that you can build it again and gain some more speed. And the same is with downshifting. While you downshift, the RPMs increase. So that is what we are playing with really. So if you want to do a clutchless upshift, what you really need to do is accelerate. See, I'm now in 5th gear. This. When you want to do a clutchless upshift, just keep on accelerating, and when you want to upshift, close the throttle and upshift. That's it. And now if you will ask me that will it affect the engine, so I will say that is what we really do with the clutch also. Because when you are accelerating and you pull in the clutch, that is what you are doing. You are just creating a gap that you need to stop the power from the engine to get transmitted to the gearbox. And that is what I do with this. I stop the throttle, so there is no more power being given to the gearbox, because the gearbox is already spinning at that particular RPM. And if I stop accelerating, it will decrease its RPM and will eventually slow a little bit. And that is what you do with the clutch also. You disconnect the power from the engine to the gearbox. And now if you think that when you pull in the clutch, the transmission, the gearbox really stops, that does not happen. It keeps on spinning. So that is what we are doing with the throttle. We are creating that gap between the gearbox and the engine so that we can shift up. And if you do this clutchless upshift right, you will feel that how smooth the lever goes up and the gear is engaged. And if you do it wrong, if you do it really wrong, you might not be able to even pull the lever up, the shift lever. So, and this is not a very difficult thing to learn. You just need to see. I'm in now 4th gear, accelerate, close the throttle, upshift. So that's how you do it. And now talking about downshifting on your bike without using the clutch, I will say don't do it. Because when you downshift, it takes a lot more precision than upshifting. Because when you downshift, the RPMs increase, and when you are accelerating, you already are increasing the RPM, and how will you increase a little more with the accelerator, because you can't build the revs that quickly. And talking about that gap that you need to create, that you do with the clutch, while if you want to do downshift, you can't really create that gap, because you need to increase the RPM also, and you need to shut off the throttle also, so you can't really do that. And with upshifting, you need to decrease the RPM so you can really close the throttle, and the RPMs also decrease, and there's a gap also between the gearbox and engine. So I will suggest you to do clutchless upshifts, and I don't suggest to do clutchless downshifts because it needs a lot more precision, and I also don't do clutchless downshifts. And one more thing that I want to tell you people is that don't use clutchless upshifts when you are really slow like I am right now. You see, when you want to do clutchless upshifts, you need to be at a little high pace. You don't do it in first gear itself or second gear. You don't do it there. I usually start doing clutchless upshifts when I am at, you say, 60-50 kilometers per hour. That is where I really start doing clutchless upshifts. And also, it is not really bad to use the clutch. If you are really going for some kind of, if you want to achieve a top speed, or you are doing acceleration runs, or you are racing, which I don't suggest you should do on an open road. So if you are doing all those things, then you can do it. And now like I'm on a free road, so I can do it. If you want to enjoy riding more, I will suggest you to do clutchless upshifts and use your clutch while downshifting. So I think this solves the question that should you do clutchless upshifts. And this question nobody asked me, but I got it on my own when I was watching one video of Vikas Ramchalla. I think I am pronouncing his name right. And one day I was watching his video, and his friend bought a new RS200, and he was going for a test ride, and he told that this bike is really good for clutchless upshifts. So I was like, what the fuck, what is this? So then I researched a little bit. I saw Royal Jordan's video, and then few other ones also, and then I got to know that it is nothing. You are just doing the same thing. Instead of using a clutch, you use your throttle to create that gap. And yes, this doing clutchless upshifts really makes your riding so enjoyable, because you see, you have to control one thing less. You are just playing with your throttle, shift lever and brake, that's it. So if you want to make your ride really enjoyable, I will suggest you to do clutchless upshifts. Downshifts, use your clutch. So that's all for today's video, guys. This is not my regular vlogging, but I thought this video I should post for you people. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't till now, because I try to bring new videos. And also comment if you are having any questions about this topic or any other topic. I will try to help my level best. So thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.